Welcome everyone. We're going to get started now with our Is Work Bogging You Down webinar. So let's get busy. We're going to talk about changing the neural pathways in the brain by creating your ideal life vision. So think about for a second, what is bogging you down and what's keeping you bogged down at work? Is work-related stress bogging you down and paralyzing your productive day? Are you tired of too many emails in your inbox requiring urgent attention? Do you wish you had some spiritual practices that would help you manage the workday? I've definitely seen myself just like this man under a rock pushing a huge boulder up the hill. Maybe you felt the same way. The corporate push for productivity over the past several years has been one that's caused us to have too many emails and too many requirements, too many meetings to be in, that kind of thing. So I loved this quote by Harvey McKay. He's a blogger, and he said, "Don't equate activity with efficiency. You are paying your key people to see the big picture. Don't let them get bogged down in a lot of meaningless meetings and paper shuffling. Announce a Friday afternoon off once in a while. Cancel a Monday morning meeting or two. Tell the cast of characters you'd like them to spend the amount of time normally spent preparing for attending the meeting at their desks, simply thinking about an original idea." So in 1996, I was working on Wall Street, and I worked there for about 12 or 13 years. One of the positions that I had a wonderful boss just like this, who was yelling down my throat, "The internet is not a viable business model." And so it was a very one-sided conversation. He just was screaming at me, and I just was grateful that after a few months of that, he let me go. And I was more than happy to find another position elsewhere. There's so many people that are just irrational and that just do not understand where you might be working from. And as it took for me in this time, I migrated to a different type of position where I was actually a supervisory analyst, and it turned out to be a much, much better position where I could subsequently, after I was married, I could work from home, and I had my children. I actually worked from home for several years, doing that from Boston and then Japan and California. So despite this difficult situation of the boss in 96 yelling down my throat that the internet is not a viable business model, I was very much able to take that internet and utilize it to continue working in various places across the globe. And now I'm giving this webinar here across the internet. So you see where that has taken a leap forward. One of my great places of refuge for spiritual grounding during that time of working on Wall Street when things were very, very intensely busy, and for me, my worst and most difficult boss ever was the fact that I had the St. Patricks Cathedral nearby. It was my personal escape place in Midtown Manhattan, and I found it to be very, very spiritually grounding. I'm not a Catholic, but I sure was happy to be able to pop over there and sit in one of the pews and just detox from the very difficult situation that I was in my workplace. So I hope that you can find one of those type places for you as well, just to get away and think about what you want to have happen. Very important to have spiritual practices as you're in the workplace. This wheel on the left with God at the center, career, financial, physical, personal development, social, and family surrounding all of the aspects of your life. I like this quote by Ann Webb, who is the founder of Ideal LifeVision. She says, "Whatever your own spiritual core beliefs, values, or traditions may be, spirituality is found at the center of the wheel of life. The axle, or the heart and soul of all areas of our lives, radiates from this, our spiritual core. If our spiritual center is non-existent or is not functioning properly, any other movement of the wheel of life will be slowed or halted, and the wholeness of our ideal life is built upon our spiritual beliefs." I definitely agree with that. It was very helpful to me working on Wall Street for 13 years to have spiritual practices in place that kept me above the fray. Oops. I want to play this video segment. I have to be very quiet, and I'm hoping my neighbor who started sawing will be quiet as well for this. Ideal Life Vision is a wonderful program which helps you make personal changes in all areas of life: spiritual, financial, and business, relationships, physical health, and personal development. So I'll play this, and hopefully you can hear that without the neighbor's saw.
I'm a loving mother who is in tune with the needs of my children. I allow my children to become self-reliant and encourage them to develop their gifts and talents.
My clients find extreme value in the services I offer and pay me for my expertise. I welcome 4 new clients into my practice each month. Because of my dedication and hard work, I make $150,000 before December 31st.
I have my ideal body. I'm confident in my physical strength and appearance, which builds my self-esteem. I weigh 135 pounds on July 31st.
I started Ideal Life Vision. I mean, I went from poverty to, owning a $1 million food business, and I wanted others to be able to experience that. Ideal Life Vision is a very concrete tool that you get very crystal clear on what you want in all areas of your life.
To really go under the surface and to get down into what is most important and how to achieve those things.
A way for a person to become really clear and define and describe what it is that they want.
You've fine-tuned it, you've tweaked it to make it the exact way that you really want your ideal life to be.
Some of those other programs are a lot of fluff and philosophy. Okay, but this takes you to the very core of what you want.
It takes your goals that you already have and blow it up to a level that you don't think of on your own.
You define it, you bring in emotion, you bring in the action plan.
Measurable and definable and realistic actions.
And once you have that, you record it in your own voice. Your own voice is your most believable voice.
This actually imprints on your subconscious because it's played with a alpha wave music.
It's different because of the music. It's different because of the emotion that's behind it. It's different because of the convenience.
And in a very short amount of time, you have your dreams, your goals, your aspirations realized as you become that kind of person that you've described in your life vision. Ideal Life Vision covers these 5 areas: spiritual, fitness and health, relationships, financial, professional, and personal development.
And I can't tell you the impact it's had on my life.
The changes are so amazingly huge.
The results from Ideal Life Vision are phenomenal. From losing weight, 40 to 60 pounds.
Now I have a lifestyle of healthy eating habits.
Want to participate in a triathlon? I've had several clients cross the finish line.
I'm progressing personally. I'm progressing financially. I'm progressing professionally.
I've had people make an extra $15,000 per month using this.
I feel of more worth. I feel of more value. I have a higher respect for myself. I have more confidence.
Fixing broken relationships.
From parents to siblings to children.
Learning to play the harp, writing a book.
I found my dream woman.
I've had 5 clients use Ideal Life Vision to get married.
It's made me believe in myself.
Do I get excited about results? Absolutely, because they come.
It's made a huge difference in my life.
So what is it you want? Ideal Life Vision can help you get it.
Life vision is for everyone.
So you can start the change right now. Take some action.
Just trust that others that have walked through it and have experienced miracles.
Put your name and email in the box below and start living your ideal life with tangible results.
Just do it.
What I really want you to know about Life Vision is that it works and it gets results.
I dare you to come and tell me that it doesn't work, because it does.
And the results that you'll have will come very quickly, and you will never regret it.
You've waited long enough for your ideal life. It's time to have it right now.
Okay, I just love that little introduction to Ideal Life Vision and what it is. So Ideal Life Vision combines goal setting and affirmations recorded in your own voice with music that you listen to every day. LifeVision is way better than a vision board or just simple affirmations of I am wonderful, I am this and that. It's just much better than that because it's a personal mission statement with minute clarity and specifics on what and when goals and dreams, with music and emotion providing daily focus to change the neural pathways in your brain. So one of the persons in the video segment mentioned that it's played, you put this to an alpha brain wave music. So this is from biocybernaut.com. And they say peak performance is another activity for which alpha brainwaves are helpful. Recently, sports scientists have shown that increases of alpha brainwaves precede peak performance. One key difference between novice and elite athletes is in their brainwaves. Just before their best free throws, an elite basketball player will produce a burst of alpha waves. Baroque music has the right beats to it to produce alpha brainwaves. So Baroque music, such as that composed by Bach, Handel, Telemann, that is 50 to 80 beats per minute, creates an atmosphere of focus that leads students into deep concentration in the alpha brainwave state. Learning vocabulary, memorizing facts, or reading to this music is highly effective. On the other hand, energizing Mozart music assists in holding attention during sleepy times of the day and helps students stay alert while reading or working on projects. And that's from Music and Learning by Chris Brewer. So what do you want to have happen? This is a question I ask my kids and my husband, myself. What is it that you want to have happen? When there's a question or a problem or a difficulty, if you have too many emails and are bogged down by paperwork and meetings, then just sit quietly for a second and ask yourself, what do you want to have happen? Ask yourself, are you working in your ideal career or field? It's time to figure this out through journaling, dreaming, and visioning what you want to have happen. Just take one step at a time. The step of, are you working in the career or field that you want to? Where do you want to be in the next year? How about 5 or 10 years? And what actions do you need to take to get yourself there? And what are the skills or education you need to get yourself there? Then beyond that, ask yourself what excites you about your present job. What are the details of your professional life or your ideal professional life? Optimally, what hours would you like to work, and what would your work environment be like? What leadership opportunities would you have? What recognition would you have? How much money would you like to earn each year? Just ask yourself all these types of questions. And then what do you want to do with that extra money? When do you want to be debt-free? How will you organize and keep track of all your expenses, investments, and financial goals? How much money do you want to save? How much would you like to have in retirement? What other investments do you have? And then what material possessions would you like to own? Do you have your ideal home or car? What toys or vacations do you want to have? So ask yourself all of those questions. What do you want to have happen? So in creating your ideal life vision, you'll move from your current beliefs into some shifted beliefs. For example, I come from a poor family, we never had any money. That kind of comment becomes, I am the first in my generation to have the gift of abundance. And then it must be in my genes because I cannot be on time. Or switch that to, or shift that to, and I am always on time. I've always been that way. I cannot change. Or I love change and I see great opportunities ahead. I'm just completely stuck. I cannot seem to move forward. And that shifts to become, I am freely moving forward. And then lastly, it's easy for everyone else except for me. You can shift that to become, it's easy for me to accomplish my goals. Now, it sounds like maybe these are just shifting from negative statements to positive statements, but it's actually more than that. We need to pack it with emotion. Here's an example of a couple ideal life visions that people have written. On the left side, Financially, I have the ideal life. This year, I earn $175,000 per year, and this allows me to take care of all the temporal needs of my family. I meet all of my financial obligations with ease. I have extraordinary money handling capabilities and have mastered the finances for both my personal and family financial affairs. Now, do you see how that's not just a one-liner kind of I am statement or an affirmation? It's really about the person in minute detail with very specific numbers and clarity. I average 4 new planning clients and 6 insurance clients per month. The most important thing I do in my work is to prospect. I'm a great, consistent master prospector. Because I'm so good at it, I love to do it every day from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So there again, there's packed with emotion about how this person feels when they do their work and that they're great at this and they love to do it. Nothing deters me from prospecting. I get at least 3 qualified leads from all my clients, and I always call them within 2 days. I love to call new people. I am persuasive and charming. People want to meet with me and to be associated with me because I'm so smart and congenial. Most people I meet with become my clients. I am marvelously organized. I use my time efficiently. Every hour I stop and ask myself, what is the most effective thing I can do right now? And then I do it. When I'm at work, I am totally concentrated on my work. My immense creative powers are unleashed and I approach every minute with enthusiasm and brilliance. So that gives you an idea. This is just a couple of paragraphs or 2-3 paragraphs from this person's ideal life vision. And then they would take that and set that to music. So it packs it with emotion, and what ends up happening is it goes right to our subconscious and we start acting and doing those things and becoming the person that we describe ourselves as. And because it's recorded in our own voice, which is our most believable voice, we actually start doing those things. So are you looking for balance in spiritual practices to help you give presentations with ease and confidence? Well, a spiritual ideal life vision would be very beneficial for that. Are you searching for real tools that will truly help propel you forward? The aspects of ideal life vision in spiritual, relationship, professional, financial, physical health, and personal development would definitely help propel you forward. Do you want to be firing on all of your pistons when it comes to your business, financial, relationships, spiritual, physical health, and personal development goals? Then Ideal Life Vision is a perfect answer. I would like to invite you to a discovery coaching call with me. It's a powerful 30-minute complimentary coaching call where I can help you to create your own ideal life. There's no obligation, but I'd love to sit down with you for a power chat. You can schedule that by sending an email to me at RiseUpILV. So that's for Rise Up Ideal Life Vision, riseupilv@gmail.com. And you can also visit my blog at riseupilv.wordpress.com and schedule that. Oftentimes people have a procrastination problem. Procrastination is the thief of time, so collar him. That's by Charles Dickens, David Copperfield. A year from now, you may wish you had started today, by Karen Lamb. If you hang out with chickens, you're going to cluck, and if you hang out with eagles, you're going to fly, by Steve Maraboli. So I'd like to invite you also to join the upcoming accountability group that's limited to 10 people. And that group is led by myself, Certified Ideal Life Vision Coach, to help you stay on track throughout the holidays. So I really have benefited greatly from this accountability group, and I know that you can too. The cost for that is $99 a month for 2 months. And then you register for that by sending an email to myself as well, riseupilv@gmail.com. And that's an accountability group to help you to stay on track with your avoiding the procrastination, which often happens during the holidays. And we'll get out of that muck and into the propelling you forward for the new year. If you're all in and you're ready to do some full coaching, I offer one-on-one individual coaching for $497, and that includes 5 50-minute sessions with a full critique of your ideal life vision and 6 months access to the complete ideal life vision program and website. That's a huge deal, actually, because it's those 5 50-minute sessions, and then beyond that, and those 5 50-minute sessions usually will be in the first 5 weeks. So if we started this week, it would be from now till 5 weeks from now. And then you would still have 6 months access to the complete Ideal Life Vision program and website. And then the mini Ideal Life Vision offer is a one-on-one coaching for $197. And for that, you would get one 50-minute coaching session with a critique of one section of your Ideal Life Vision and 6 months access to the complete program and website. So you can be, I didn't talk about this yet, but having that full critique of your ideal life vision means that I go over your ideal life vision line by line by line and making sure that it's in the properly formatted words with minute clarity, that it's packed with emotion and it has the punch for you that will get you to where it needs to be. So that's why I offer that full critique in the full Ideal Life Vision offer. And if you choose to have the mini Ideal Life Vision offer, it's one section. Just you pick which section. Either maybe it's the business and financial, and I only go over that one line by line by line. But the other one goes over the spiritual section, financial and business section, the relationship section, the personal development section, and the physical health section. All 5 sections get a complete and full critique, and that's a great value to you. You can schedule those also by sending an email to me at riseupilv@gmail.com. So if you act today, I'll offer $50 off, and today is November 3rd. By the end of the day, let's see, not by the end of the day, by noon tomorrow, November 4th, this offer is in place, that you can have the full coaching offer for $447 and the mini coaching offer for $147. Be happy to offer that to you for the next 24 hours. Thank you. I also wanted to let you know I'm doing a live event in St. George, Utah on November 25th. Early bird pricing for that is $147. After November 15th, it's $197 for a full day. And the full day includes that we will create, write, and complete your entire Ideal Life Visions sections, the 5 sections that we discussed previously. And so that early bird pricing for the St. George event is $147, and then after the 15th of November, it would be popped up to $197 for the full day. And that will begin at 9:30 in the morning, and then it will end at 4:30 in the afternoon. You can register for that event at tinyurl.com/OLJDDGG. TinyURL, bless their hearts, created a very interesting little shortened URL for me, and that was OLJDDGG, to register for that event on November 25th. Being an Ideal Life Vision coach is a real honor for me. I love having the pleasure of real life insights into my clients' deepest concerns and goals. I want you to know that I really appreciate, honor, and respect the trust that you extend to me, and I've had that honor, and I really appreciate that so much, because I know that working on one's individual goals and moving you forward in your relationships and in your finances is a very, very honorable position that you offer a lot of trust in me to share those information, and I really appreciate that and keep those confidences. And I just wanted to express that gratitude to you in advance of working together. My name is Sherilyn Thomas, Rise Up Ideal Life, and you can reach me at riseupilv@gmail.com. Thanks for your time this afternoon. Bye-bye.